No! Oh my god! Hey you guys, what's up? It's Anime Blaze coming to you with another video. And today I'm going to be doing a review of RWBY Volume 3 or Season 3, Episode 11. And a lot of things went down in this season that I'm going to be discussing and talking about. But first, before I even get into the subject of that, talking about a lot of the things that happened in the episode, I should let it be known ahead of time like I do for every review / discussion video for an episode or series that I do. I always let this be known. For those of you guys who are stumbling onto this video or whatever, and just might have happened to click on it by accident, I'm gonna let it be known now that this is going to be a spoiler-heavy discussion video and review of this episode. And the reason I say this is that so that you guys know ahead of time what you're getting yourselves into. So if you guys have not seen the episode, you have not watched or seen it for yourself, I suggest, like I always suggest, go back and watch the season, watch the episode itself so you guys can get an understanding of what I'm talking about, or watch the entire season overall, then come back to discuss a lot of the things that are going down here in this particular episode, and that way you know what's going on. Because I always state this, because I don't want anybody to come into this video and complain that they've been spoiled and that I ruined the story or something for them, when I've let them know ahead of time that this is going to be a spoiler heavy video. I'll probably put it in the title, maybe, I don't know, but if not, you've been warned ahead of time. Okay, ready? All right, let's go. Okay, so RWBY, so far watching RWBY Season 3, we've been really led on to know, ever since, I guess, the quote-unquote death of Penny, we've really been, set into the motion of like, yeah, this is going to be a more darker themed season. I mean, the theme song didn't give it away enough for this season. But yeah, we've really been set into motion. This is going to be a dark season. And we've really seen a lot of that stuff, especially with this episode. This episode, more or less, if not episode 12, which I have not seen yet, but I will watch it after this review. We've really just seen that that a lot. This is pretty much going to be the norm for RWBY for now on. Season 1 was all happy and rainbows and sunshines and happy-go-lucky moments and stuff, but these students have to grow up fast and become hunters and huntresses to really just solve this issue of what's going on down and stuff. So the first highlight of this episode that I really wanted to talk about, that I was really happy that happened, was that amidst this chaos and of all these robots being turned on the students and the huntresses and the civilians and stuff from Atlas, we've gotten to see Velvet's ability for the first time. And if you guys remember back in Season 2, it was hinted at like, oh yeah, she has an ability. It's like, oh, and then Coco told us like, no, don't waste your ability here, we got this. Her abilities were really unique and something that we really hadn't seen before, and pretty much from what we've seen is that she takes pictures of the different students' weapons and has the ability to use them, I guess, in a sort of light contrasting kind of thing. Basically, it looks kind of like a hologram effect, I guess, in a way, of all of their weapons. And it's pretty cool to see that she has that kind of ability. And that would really explain why she had a camera this entire time as well. And one thing I really liked about it is that it's not just the fact of like, oh, she takes a picture and it's like, oh yeah, she has the ability to use these people's weapons, but she has the proficiency to be able to use them exactly the way that they're meant to be used. She's not a noob to it. She automatically just picks up on it and knows how to do it. And that's really something. Also, to be noticed on that, from what I've heard and from what I've read, is that she can only use it once. So then I guess she has to go back and take pictures of everyone's weapons again. But that is something that would be really unique for her to be able to do, is just have a stockpile of just everyone's weapons. She had Weiss, Blake, Yangs, Rubies, Pennies, Coco's weapons. She just had like a slew of weapons in her arsenal that was just like really, really awesome in my own opinion. As well, in the same scene, we also got to see Weiss finally, I guess all that practice that her sister Winter told her about finally started to pay off, and we got to see that, yeah, she actually has the ability she does have the ability to do summons, and since she's been working on it and actually been practicing, I guess, I mean, yeah, she can only summon an arm for the moment, but that arm saved her life, which means that I'm pretty sure as the seasons progress and as the series goes on, we can expect to see a lot more proficiency and a lot more, I guess, depth with what she's able to use that with. And it'll definitely be cool to see that kind of thing going for her. And yeah, also within this episode, I guess, jumping back to episode 10, we had a lot of things going on there as well. You know, pretty much, I guess, Cinder raised hell and had a bunch of different Grimm running around the city along with the help from the White Fang, aiding in her endeavors and abilities. She's pretty much able to take over the city and throw everything into chaos. And you know, a lot of, especially that, I think it was a dragon type of Grimm, I'm not sure. I know there was griffins and some other stuff, but she had that thing going as well. And amidst this whole thing, you know, RWBY decided to really try and be the hero in this story, like I guess she really is trying to be. And she went to take on Torchwick and Neo to really try, or Neapolitan, I guess you want to call her that, but to really try to take on this thing by herself. And she really tries to live up to this name of being a hero. And in this scene, you know, we got to see something that, you know, kind of is satisfactory and that we kind of got to see overall. And it kind of revealed a lot to us. RWBY went to go take them on, and, you know, she got rid of Neo, and she took on Torchwick, and Torchwick got eaten alive. Yeah. He had it coming, though. He had that coming. But one thing that, you know, and as much as he did have this coming, and as much as this was a really cool fight to really see him finally get his just desserts of just being like scraping off the bottom of the barrel, just trying to survive, you know, that sort of thing. We really got to hear a really cool course of dialogue from him in this whole fight scene that I'm gonna bring up later in this review. But it really just struck me. What he said was, it's not that I have anything to gain, but it's that I can't afford to lose. And in a lot of cases, I think a lot of the things that are going on with the people that are doing a lot of this evil and bringing terror and nightmares and all this stuff to these different kingdoms and everything like that, I think it really is that fact. And if you look back at it, you know, Cinder, from what she described, it seems like there's even somebody above her that she's taking orders from, and it's not even really that, you know, she wants to. And apparently, you know, there are a lot of things that are really just going on within this thing that we don't really know about. But again, I'm going to bring this whole fact up of what he said with another character that I want to talk about in this video as well. So another highlight of this episode that was brought to our attention, aside from the fact that Cinder did in fact gain all of the abilities of the Maiden of Fall, or the Fall Maiden's abilities, you know, we had another thing that went down. Yeah, Yang lost her arm. All that anger and stuff that, you know, that she saw from Adam, you know, doing those things. And it's really kind of sad to see. I mean, it's weird because I guess the characters don't bleed exactly, but it's going to be weird seeing how the story pans out. Like, how is she able to heal if she gains another arm since it was like light? You know, those sorts of things. I'm not sure exactly how that's going to come out. Now, yeah, and you guys probably saw at the beginning of this video, but I was freaking pissed off when that happened. It was something that I think we all sort of knew was going to happen eventually. Like, we knew that the anger and stuff that that Yang drew from to get that power was eventually going to be some kind of weakness in some form or fashion. Maybe we didn't want it to happen, but it happened, and there's not much we can do. And Adam would have finished him off if Blake had not escaped. Yeah, and that sucks. I mean, that doesn't suck. I mean, it's good that they got away, but it's going to be interesting to see how all these events tie together in episode 12 when I actually go and watch it. And I'm wondering what... I had an idea of what Cinder was up to with trying to get these abilities and everything beforehand, but now I have even more of a hunch. Not even more of a hunch, but now I'm even more lost now. You know, seeing, as a lot of people are talking about, from what's, you know, seeing from the way she's talking, if she has these Fall Maiden's abilities and there's somebody above her that she's taking orders from, then it was like, it's not even her plan either, it's somebody else's. So it's going to be interesting to see how this turns out. Now, I know before this video finally, I guess, goes into its last few minutes of discussion / review, there's one of the things I brought up earlier in this review that I want to bring up again. Before, or I guess sort of right up leading to the moments of when Roman Torchwick was about to get killed, he mentioned a line that he said that I really did find interesting. Like I said, he said, "It's not that I have anything to gain, it's that I can't afford to lose." And when he said that, a lot of things started clicking into place for me. Why a lot of different people are siding with Cinder, I guess the White Fang, or just really the person whoever is running all these things in general, with, you know, whoever's running the picture in general, because like I said, we already know that Cinder's got to be taking orders from somebody based off of what she said. And Torchwick said that the person who is doing this is like, he can't stop them, they can't stop them, so, you know, you might as well join them. And I found that to be quite interesting indeed. And it harkens back to the fact of Adam's character that kind of got me thinking about this. Now, I'm not sure where a lot of fans side their thoughts on with Adam as a character, but in my own honest opinion, as cool as Adam is as a character and as powerful as it's been demonstrated that he is, I honestly think that Adam is a punk. And here's the reason I say this. Yes, I understand that he is frustrated with a lot of the things that are going down with understand why he's frustrated with a lot of things that are going down with history and between the faunus and human beings, and he has the right to be frustrated. You know, there's the discrimination, racial issues, all that kind of stuff. But at the same time, he spouts the words of revolution, and that, you know, they'll, you know, take over and he's going to destroy all the humans, you know, this, that, and the other. But in reality, if you really look at it, when they did the whole flashback with Cinder, and when they had the battle with the Maiden of Autumn or the Maiden of Fall, you got to see a lot of the things that were going down. Yeah, the White Fang really had a lot of power, and they had the manpower, and they had the skill and the abilities to really do a lot of the different things that they wanted to do and accomplish. However, the fact of the matter is that they wouldn't, if you really think about it, in my own opinion, they wouldn't have had the opportunity to do said things if it wasn't for Cinder or whoever it is that's above her giving her the orders to do this. Because if you look back at it, they were sitting there planning and, you know, writing out all these maps and all this stuff, and Cinder was like, "Yeah, we need your help. We don't take orders from humans." Comes back later with a few of the abilities of the Maiden of Fall, slaughters or kills a bunch of the people in the White Fang camp, And it's like, oh, I figured, I came back because, you said that, I figured you guys really had things going for you. You really had the manpower and the skill to be able to do these things. So, I thought I'd come back and ask you for help. Again, Cinder wasn't asking for help. She was telling them, either you help us or we kill you. And in that respect, that's why I'm saying, like, Adam is nothing more than a punk, because he acts like he's doing this to feel the whole things of revolution and wanting revenge against humans. And part of me thinks that that what Cinder and whoever it is above them is trying to do, part of me thinks that yes, they're trying to destroy humanity, but at the same time, it's like, it doesn't seem like, it seems like they're all being played. Insert DJ Khaled, congratulations, you played yourself. But it just seems like they're all just being played. They're nothing but pawns. And like, as much as Adam thinks that he's a boss and that he's running things, that he's going to achieve something, it's like he's nothing more but a pawn in the game. Cinder is nothing more than a pawn in the game. And whoever it is that's running these things from the background, man, it's like they're in control of everything. And from the looks of it, it doesn't look like anyone else is really going to make it, as much as they want to try. But yeah, I just think that, the only reason that Adam's doing this is because he's being blackmailed. And his arrogance of wanting to do this, and his arrogance of wanting to become, defeat, quote unquote, all humans and kill them all and all this stuff, man, it just seems like it's gonna blow up in his face, because he thinks he's unstoppable. He thinks he's invincible, and he thinks that he's doing something like for some just cause and all this stuff, man. But in reality, he's just being played, and that stuff is going to catch up to him eventually, and I think he's going to find out the hard way. But those are just my thoughts on this whole matter. And, we'll be seeing, what's really going on and stuff in episode 12 when I do my review of that. You guys can see my thoughts on that, as well as the review of season 3 overall, and my theory video that I'll be doing, hopefully with another person later this week. And I know I've been pushing a lot of these videos, and I know I've been delaying a lot of this stuff, guys, but I kind of have to, because I planned a lot of these videos ahead of time, planning to do them all in one day. But that's a lot of planning, a lot of information, a lot of stuff I have to do outside of making YouTube videos, and yeah, it kind of sucks, but I gotta do what I gotta do. So, with that being said, this is Anime Blaze signing out, saying never doubt your capabilities, because you never know what you might be able to do. And follow me on Twitter and Facebook, because you never know what you might be hearing from me for upcoming videos, just different discussions, talking with you guys just to see what's going on, that sort of stuff. And yeah, I'll be seeing you guys later, and whatever it may be happening that I decide to do. Later.